Greetings and welcome, family. On Magnus Crystal's Pyramids, we're going to get in tonight a beautiful show with Dr. Angela and also Kafunya. We're going to talk about the need for the healing, the resurrection of the goddesses through the shadows of unacknowledged. I don't know, what would you call that? But anyway, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Welcome home, family, and join us for the fun. Colorful guest people everywhere under the sun. Interesting conversations. Prayers first has begun. Invocation, manifestation, conversation then will come. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Crystals, pyramid. Let's start drinking some water, juice or tea. King Killer's recommended for you and me. Guayusa mixed together, maple syrup or honey. Magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Oh, magnets, crystals, pyramids. Learn from the healers, crystals, pyramids.
Yeah, that's enough because we played a full song in the previous show. Welcome, Dr. Angela, to Magnus Crystal's Pyramids.
Thank you.
Send me your links so that I can put you into the put a banner on the bottom. Family, we're going to have this is going to be a goddess resurrection with divine direction from Dr. Angela. Let the audience know who you are, and thank you, Kafunya Star, for joining us tonight. Because she's like, ooh, I want to be on that show too. So here we are.
My name is Dr. Angela. Thank you for having me. It's such an honor. I remember I met you. It had to be 18 years ago because my son was young. And you had him hold the bowl, and you said, "Okay, I want you to drink the water, and now I want you to try and pick it up." And when he drank the water that you had out the machine that you had, then he lifted up that ball. So that changed my life. And
wow.
I do not drink regular water at all. So, my children know, everybody I meet, they know we got to drink a certain kind of water. It's not just any water out here. So I want to thank you for that. I've never forgotten that ever in my life.
I appreciate that. I forgot. I'm telling you the truth. I was like, yeah, what year was that? I don't even know.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I'm just thing for my book.
So I like the way. Oh, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, go ahead. I'm just getting the link so I can send it to you right now.
Yeah. Kafunya, any announcements to make? It's happening. Welcome. What's happening at Nicholas?
Well, on the 22nd, we're having P1 that's going to be there with the Mushroom Man doing a presentation on the fascia. And I think we're also going to have the other gentleman from Connecticut that does all the different contours with his body. I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about Stretch Master.
The Stretch
Master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
first acknowledgement to Stretch Master.
Right. So that's happening on the 22nd. Also, next month, which is right around the corner, is Professor James Small will be in the building. And I also will be doing another sound bath meditation in honor of Dr. James Small.
Okay.
Wait.
At
My
Nicholas.
really enjoyed that because my cousin is the one who came with me on Saturday. He really loved your meditation. He was so happy. He did.
Well, let me know anytime you're having an event or something and you want that to happen for you. Uncle Hanky has all my information as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank
Mhm.
you. That's much
Yes, networking is very important.
Mhm.
Healthy networking at that.
Yes.
We've had, like I said, Dr. Angela. What's up with the sisters in America?
Listen,
There you go.
I want to thank my ancestors, my husband. He gave me permission to speak tonight. So when we came Saturday, that was Honor King Simon, 30 years of promotion. He always loves promoting everybody. So I'm just doing a quick little snippet. So the feedback I got was interesting. And it's interesting because I'm used to it I call everybody else except the conscious people, that's the world. We're an esoteric group. So I'm used to negative feedback. They don't like what I'm saying from them. When you come into the conscious community to get the feedback that I got, I was very shocked.
How so?
Because we're African people, it shouldn't even be resistant. What I was saying has been practiced all over the continent, wherever we went. So for me to say it now in 2025 and get the feedback I got, it was alarming. So one feedback that I got was something's wrong with me because my leg was shaking. And
what?
I'm
You talking about yesterday?
On Saturday, yes. They said something wrong. Why was my leg shaking? And I'm like, well, first of all, I'm short. That chair was high. And I'm dangling my leg because I'm dangling my leg. I do.
Yeah.
That's
I don't Kundalini. That's Kundalini, girl.
Right. I don't have nervous energy. I'm a Taurus. I've been teaching all my life. I teach college. I teach high school. Going in front of people has never made me nervous. So I thought that was interesting. I got, she doesn't want to talk to women. Well, they said they had the feeling that I don't want to talk to women by themselves. And I said, yes, I do. Because all I said was women don't buy my book. I never said I don't want to talk to them.
Ooh, you sound like Shahrazad Ali, the way the broken or the traumatized sisters tried to rally against Shahrazad Ali. I remember that.
Yes.
So we got a lot of healing, but we got to be receptive to the shadow work and not live in the illusion of feelings. Like, you know what? I have to check brothers, Dr. Angela Kafunya. When brothers say to me, yo, how you feeling? And I say, brother, man, I'm doing. I leave the feeling to the sisters because there's a acoustical emasculation from one brother to another when he says, how you feeling?
Okay.
Leave that to the sisters.
Right.
Strengthen the testosterone by acoustical chants, brother. What's happening? In the 70s, it was what's happening. Now it's how you feeling.
Right.
And brothers wearing dresses and drinking compromised tap water to effeminize the masculine principle. And I wish I could pull Martin Luther King from beyond the veil and say, look what you done did. Because that civil rights era,
yes.
Who guided you? I want to see who misguided Martin Luther King to say integration, assimilation, when it was a catastrophe.
Right.
Yeah.
The economics, the education, you wanted enemies to raise your children. You wanted enemies to go get a bank loan. You wanted enemies to be what kind of self-hate perpetuates?
Yeah.
You got Chinatown here in Brooklyn, Dr. Angela Kafunya. You got Little Italy.
Right.
Bed-Stuy is compromised. Harlem's compromised by reverse integration. Yeah. Yes. Now, equality, I'm all for equality.
Right.
Yes.
But we have been sold out by our cross-eyed, non-psychedelic taken elders. Go ahead, Angela. Don't get me started.
No. So we got to get started, right? So the premise of my book was we have to get down to the foundation of what we are. We cannot survive without structural families. And our ancestors knew this, which is why they married us young, because our ancestors followed the biology of how we are. See, we done took that birth control pill and went all the way haywire. And I mean that literally and spiritually. In the 70s, when they let everybody do birth control, now you can get rid of them babies, it was a spiritual thing as well as mental, because girls are done developing when we 15, 16, we're done. The men are done growing when they're 25. So to marry 16, 17 to 25 was very common. See, they making everything wrong and it's immoral. But this is the way we follow biology, because why? If men are done 10 years later, that's when they're ready to marry. So it wasn't abnormal in African society to marry at that age. So we have gotten away from everything that made us functional, because our ancestors followed how the earth went. Okay, if the girls is done at 15, boys is done at 25, okay, well, we need to match them up. Make sure they marry. It was a communal thing. Now, go get a job, go do this. I ask all my students, I even ask women, why you can't go to school and get a job and still be married? I don't understand.
Yo, white folks do that all the time.
All the time. My grandparents did it. My parents did it. I'm confused. What is so hard about you going to school? And they was getting real degrees back then. Not this crap these women is going to school and registering for and dropping out. We talking about real careers that are going to bring some money and benefit the community. Both people was doing it. So I don't understand what the issue is with that. So they, they want to I tell my daughters, no, you getting married young. I'm not trying to wait till you 30. We're not doing that here.
Only a 20-year window on average.
No, literally. You really have that. And women, it's not a joke. So when I wrote the book, and I was trying to explain that on Saturday, what my book is about, it's your fault. Women, we have to take accountability. Y'all have not changed. You haven't. Men, y'all been the same since 6 million years ago. Y'all didn't change. Not one bit, you didn't. Minus the feminization of the United States and all of that. But overall, in general, men require the same thing they did millions of years ago before slavery. It's the same recipe. Women are the ones who have changed, and that's because certain esoteric groups of men have allowed it.
And the society that they're imitating, foreign entity. Because I just want to build on what you said. In Africa, also the indigenous Native Americans also marry. Any indigenous community around the world, they do marry young. They do. So that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yes. And why are they doing that? Because it follows biology. Our eggs, even with a healthy diet, our eggs are the most viable. They are the healthiest from 15 to 30. Once we pass 30, yes, with an African diet, we can have children well into our 50s, but the genetic material still, it kind of slightly slows down even with a healthy diet. You don't really,
You're right.
You don't want to really have children after you're 30. Then your mindset changes. It's grandparent time when you hit 40. That was very normal. That's why I tell you, I'm not a young grandmother. I'm a grandmother the age I'm supposed to be. I'm 45. Right. I'm supposed to have grandkids right now.
Yeah.
Now, my son is married, because in my family, we do marry. My son is 27. He's married.
Dr. Sebi had a child from a woman 18, and he was like in his 80s. That's normal.
It really is.
But the depopulation agenda, there's a depopulation agenda, and it's literally trying to mess with nature's rhythm, nature's harmony, nature's way of reproduction. Men, we can reproduce if we stay healthy and eat well way past 70s.
Yes.
I even asked Sister Myra Moss. I was like, well, if women shouldn't have babies at 15, were you saying that they should have them at 60? And Myra Moss came back on me and says, I didn't say that. Wait till you're 60. Special acknowledgement to Sister Myra Moss. I love her Capricorn energy.
But
go ahead. What'd you say, Kafunya?
It does happen. I read that women, for some reason, decide that they want to have babies at a later stage. I don't know. In certain cultures, like in India, there's certain cultures that do that. Not everybody wants to do it. I don't agree. Well, it's not my business to agree or disagree. It's just the energy that they think that they have, that they can do it. And we build different. Maybe it can happen for some people, and they want it, or they bring it in to the reality. But I think the reason why the sisters here in America are having issues because they taken on a foreign entity that does not vibe with nature. Me, I'm a nature woman. I had my first youth when I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
I was a teenage mom. You know what I mean? And I didn't know anything. I wasn't married or anything like that. But and we grew up together. Most of my youth, then we all grow up together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think, when you have the right amount of energy, and yeah, sure, you're gonna make missteps and whatnot, but it is what it is. We need to get forward to our roots and stop taking on a foreign entity. That's why we're in trouble as a people now.
Yep.
And that's why when I heard the laughter of King Simon while you was talking, I was like, yeah, but what she's saying, Brother King, she's on point. He was trying to keep it soft,
Right.
Brother King Simon, he does his masterful, magical, hilarious, keeping it edge, but it was something that I'm sure the miseducated, what is it called? The book, Carter G. Wilson, The Miseducation of the Negro, that was hitting bullseye for the sisters, because I'm looking at the walls cracking on social media of the miseducation, and young women are calling out older women on their miseducation of younger women because they're losing their youth and they're jealous. Tell me about the jealousy of multi-generations. Doc.
So I think what's happening is it's who is raising these women today. What mindset is raising these women? So if we have 80% of our culture not being born out of wedlock, what we're saying is, and what we have to analyze, is how many children are conceived in love. A lot of these women who are talking are the children of side babies and side whores. Women don't like to hear this, but these are the facts. So if you are sleeping with a man who is not, you're not in a relationship, because see, nowadays people have conflated having sex continually with a man as if that means you're in a relationship. If that man did not proclaim you to the world and his family, I don't care what you do, how often you have sex, you can have it multiple times a day. That is not your dude. It's not. So when you have women having children by the men that they want to keep, the men that they want to be with, and those men do not want to be with them, who are we now birthing? The inception of their conception is already flawed. Because why? We already know our emotions, how we feel, goes right into our egg and right into the sperm. So if the man has no contempt, he has contempt for you, there is no love there. How is the baby even forming on the spiritual level and physically? Because everything we can feel, we know we can quantify it in the blood. All of my degrees is in science, so I don't really talk my emotions and my feelings. I will let you know if it's my opinion. So we're talking science here. I can quantify your mental state if I took a sample of your blood. Because everything we feel, there is a neurotransmitter, there is an endorphin to respond to it. And then it comes from certain organs. So if I took a sample of your blood, I can say if you're angry or not. I can tell if you're an addict or not. I can take it right out your blood and find out. So we have babies that are being conceived not even from the right premise is already flawed. So now the mother, she's having a baby. The man doesn't want nothing to do with her. Women don't like to hear this part. The relationship to that child is directly related to how that man feels about you. Now, some men will override, like, you know what, I'm going to take care of the baby. It's my child. But it's not an instantaneous love when it comes out of a relationship of just sex. It's not like when they hear the baby's coming, oh my God, they're so joyful. No, they're upset. They're pissed off. They're not full of joy. They're not. So now you have a father, he has disdain for a child. In my opinion, he should have it. Your union wasn't on the right premise. Why is he supposed to love the baby when he don't even love you? That's not how this works. You want the man to be happy you having his baby? Be married first. It's a real simple recipe.
I want to share this link.
Sure.
I want to share this link right now. Can y'all see this?
Yes.
Let me put it full screen. Hold on a second. Full screen layout. Check this out, y'all. Check this out, family.
The only people that be calling me a pick-me is Black women. I'm not gonna lie. And when I look at the lives of like my white friends, my Mexican friends, my Indian friends, none of them act like Black women. Black women have to do better. Being obedient and submissive to your man is not being called a pick me. And then it's like I go to y'all pages and I feel instantly just sad. I feel sad for y'all because most of the time when I go to your page, you're single. You have a couple of friends, y'all going out, stuff like that, right? Look at your kids. Kids more mixed and matched up more in the Goodwill sock bin. You know what I mean? Kids just all different colors and variations. And it just makes me think maybe because, you know, no one was there to show y'all and teach y'all, don't just be out here reproducing children with multiple men and losing your value like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to not have a kid with every man that you sleep with, you know? And it's just, you know, like, I think that it comes from a lot of hurt with Black women. I really do, because it's like at first I was like, why the are they so mad? Like, what is going on? And then I go and look at their life and they've let their single friends keep them single. And that's what it is. Women let their friends keep them single. Other races be like, oh, I'm so happy for you. Oh my God, you're in love. You're this. And they're very welcoming of that person's partner. You know what I mean? Black women, like, oh, where he work at? What he do this? Money he got, girl, make him buy you something. Like, you know what I mean? It's all about the materialistic things. And it's just, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I gotta stop arguing with you online, because when I go to look at y'all page, 99% of the time, it's just sad.
Let me tell y'all.
Good Lord. I'll follow.
There you go.
100%.
I was thinking about common law. How do you feel about common law relationships?
Well, most states got rid of common law, and you already know, I'm not saying that you have to get married through the state, but there has to be a marriage, a union of them souls.
A recognition.
So whether you choose to do it through the state or you choose to do it through your spiritual foundation, one of them have to be done. You have to do it. That common law, no, we don't shack up. That's not building a union for the children. Because even when we look at the it was mother, father, child, but that's a union together. We made the commitment to have this family. So I don't agree with common law. Go get married. However you choose to exercise that marriage, you need to go do it. But my thing is, what are we offering Black men to marry? And women get mad at me. I'm looking at the state of Black women. I live in New York. I'm born in Brooklyn. My father's from Queens. When I see Black women, I am appalled. I am disgraced. What are we offering our Black men? We're objects of beauty. We don't even want to look beautiful. And when I say beauty, I'm talking about our natural beauty. We don't want to take care of ourselves. We don't want to take care of our hair. When I teach at high school, I got to get them weaves out of their head. What are you doing?
Definitely.
If I didn't tell you, it means I hate you. You literally got glue on your forehead and an Asian or a Brazilian woman's hair hanging out. What is wrong with you? Why aren't you growing your hair?
I got another one I'm going to put up.
Go ahead.
I love this. This is
like, what are you doing? That's not self-love.
And found out that the false hair causes certain diseases and whatnot. Yes. Also,
here we go, family.
And say that women are the problem. Listen up for yourself.
It took me a while to learn this. A lot of women are literally the problem. You see, my whole thing is that I don't think a lot of women understand men did not just wake up one day and start acting the way they do towards women. The reason why men act the way they do is because of the standard we have set. So the same way we have set the standard, we also have the power to restore the standard. How do you restore it? By being, by becoming, not by telling him what he need to do and how he need to become better. I know what some of you ladies are going to say, well, you know, men got to do the work too. It's a two-way street. That is an indication of lack of accountability. It's not in a man's nature to be the nurturer and to be the example of what healing energy looks like. It's yours. Listen, y'all are beginning to piss me off. Y'all want them to provide, protect, pay all the bills, and be the nurturer and the healer.
I believe she is understanding why men say that women are the problem.
There you go.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a transaction.
Right. No, that's right. It's not a two-way street. It's a one-way street, and we both supposed to be on it, and the man is in the front, which women have a problem with.
This is colonized women.
Yes.
This is colonized.
Yes. Yeah. The man is in the front. Why does the man have to be in the front? He is stronger. He is the protector. He cannot protect what he cannot control. And people want to use these nice words. No. The problem is the words that are correct, like control, submit, those are the words that need to be used. And they need to be taught properly. Yes, my husband has 100% control. Absolutely, because he got to protect everybody in there. My father got 100% control in my mother's house. He has to protect everybody in there. So we have to do what they say. It's not complicated. And then when I asked a Black woman, what did the Black man ask you to do that you cannot do? I need to hear the list. Did he ask you to rape somebody? Did he ask you to rob a bank? Tell me what he told you to do that you cannot comply.
A lot of times men date up.
Okay, I got another one for you. Okay. We got to deal, and family, this is called shadow work. And the only place that so far, I'm going to be honest, assalamu alaikum to all my brothers and sisters. The only place I see that they have a sense of standards is in Islam.
I agree. 100%.
I'm just saying. That's all I see. I see. Otherwise, they're running buck wild.
Yes,
now,
I agree.
Here it is. I'm going to put it up. Hold on. You got to hear this. This is sister saying it. This is just what they feeling. Not saying everybody, but listen to what she has to say.
And they're actually disappointed. And you're wondering like, oh, well, why did he pursue me? Why did he want to be with me? And then now all of a sudden he pull it back and he want me to chase him. He got to know you and he's disappointed. Let me tell you this. It's my say. I done disappointed a couple niggas. I know that there are men out here that was just like admire me from afar and it was like, surprise, I'm a hoe. Like, surprise. Look, in a week, like, I know that I disappointed you. Like, I think that men, they see you from afar and they're like, wow, she's out here doing her thing. She's a boss, whatever. And then they get you and they see you off that Casamigos. You drunk as a fucking fish. Your diet don't consist of nothing. You listen to trap music every time you wake up. You have no morning routine. You have no core values. And they date you and they're like, damn, like, I thought it was something else. It's actually disappointing.
Ping. Go. There you go.
So look at how we present ourselves, right? The average Black, and when I say average, what women love to do is, oh, but that's not everybody. That's not the point. So let me explain something in science. If 80% of a group does something, or 80% finds something to be factual, that now becomes the standard. The 20% that it doesn't apply to doesn't make the 80% reality not real anymore. So when we say we're generalizing, we say the average, we're talking about what's been presented 80% of the time. 80% of the time, and I'm going to say 90% of the time now in America, the Black woman is not keeping herself. Weaves, lashes, full of makeup, that is not keeping yourself. It's not. That's not keeping yourself. Keeping yourself is your hair is nurtured. And I'm not saying don't ever wear lashes, but I'm saying if you got to wear lashes 24/7, there's a problem. I get special occasions, you may want to do it, but 24/7 is out of control. We need to see the real you. You should not even need foundation because your skin is beautiful. I never wear it and I never will. Do a little lipstick, mascara. I don't wear lashes maybe 6 times in my life. And I'm 45. Nurture yourself. We don't want to work out. How you in your 20s, and we're talking high school girls, are overweight. I had students I had to stop from buying weight gainer because why? Oh, everybody, they laugh at me because I'm skinny. I said, let me explain something to you. Teenage boys, they don't know what's good for them until they're older. So let me explain to you how attraction works. Yes, if you have a big butt and big legs, they're going to see it first. It doesn't mean a girl who is slim, they're not going to be attracted to you. So you have to, this is why your father comes into play. This is where your whole family comes into play. We have to tell our sons, listen to me. I'm not saying thick doesn't look good, but it does. As a woman, I've seen beautiful, thick women, very round butts. It looks beautiful. Guess what? It does not survive childbirth. When Kevin Samuels is telling those women, you need to be under 130 pounds before you get pregnant, it is a biological reason. What happens when women get pregnant? We're going to gain 30 pounds we can't get rid of. It's not going anywhere. You can work out all day. It ain't going nowhere. So what does that mean? We need to be between 118, 125 before we give birth, because guess what's going to happen? When we get that 30 pounds and we have that baby, if you was really tiny and, I'm not talking bony and anorexic, I said slim. Go back in the 70s, all them women was slim. If we go back to that,
you're right.
When we push that baby out, now that 30 pounds is going to sit right. Now you're going to look good forever because you don't have that baby. Now you gain the baby fat. Now you're going to be nice, slim, thick for the rest of your life and you good.
What about the miseducation coming from social media? And I'm going to share with you what the young women are listening to, this kind of madness. Hold on, family. I want y'all to hear this. This is the madness of social media. And this is why certain religions, they don't allow the children to have smart dumb phones. They
No, they
have
don't.
flip
Yeah,
phones.
that's a fact. They don't need it.
Okay. Listen to this, family. This is the education that miseducated women want to give to the younger women.
More manipulation, a lot more gaslight, a lot more projection. I want to see you guys tell a man no offense right before you offend him. I need to see a lot more triangulation. Right before a man finishes his point, I want you to change the topic completely. I want to see you guys say no disrespect and then proceed with hella disrespect. I want to see more comparisons, preferably to celebrities. Insults, 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 and get creative with it. I need to see you guys calling the police more often and pressing charges every time. Bring up his dad randomly, whenever you can. Lie.
This is destruction,
Randomly.
family. This
I
is
need to see us giving full disclosure on things that we probably shouldn't give full disclosure on.
Good Lord.
this is the miseducation that's going on from
That's
social
mental
media.
illness. That's mental illness. Seriously, that's a problem. So when it comes to the smartphone, I'm trying to understand. We have apps where you can put them on the phone before you give the children, where you can see every text that go in and out and everything they do. I don't know why parents have not bought it. I'm trying to comprehend how you hand in your child a device that links them to 8 billion people and 8 billion websites of all types of debauchery and foolishness, and you don't have a guard on that phone. First of all, them kids don't need no phone, like you said. They can have a track phone, and when they're 16, this is what the studies are saying. They don't even need apps, no TikTok, nothing until they're 16 years old, when they can handle it, be responsible when they're in high school with guidance, and you still got to track that phone. I don't know a parent who bought that tracking device and handed their child that phone yet. I don't know it. They buy them the phones and just hand it to them. Then when they send the news to the little boy, you're upset. What you upset for?
I think it's because, like, first and foremost, we know that they took the women out of the home, first of all, and gave them better jobs and whatnot, right? You know that, right?
Okay, so when we come to the job thing, I'm going to disagree with that. That's what they purported on the news. What better jobs do we have? Because when we're looking at who makes more money, men still make more money than women because they do the most dangerous jobs. So when you're saying we got better jobs, I need to know what you're referencing, because
no. What I'm saying is, like, to break up the family more or less, that the woman is working 8 hours, the man is working 8 hours. When she comes home, she might not have time for her children, or she might not be able to afford a nanny and whatnot. It's just like with the welfare system. They took the fathers out of the home, and you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. So, but my thing is, first of all, you shouldn't even this is a problem. We're trying to do open heart surgery by looking at their feet. So why are you single with children and you are not married?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
If you are not, you deserve a life of hardship, annoyance. You don't have no time. That's what you deserve, because that's what you picked. Men are not raping us. Women are, oh no, that's 1% of the population of 8 billion people, 1% get raped. So I don't want to hear about rape. Men are not raping us. So we control who we have sex with, who we let ejaculate into our vagina and get pregnant by. So why we have to start there?
I got another clip.
Go ahead.
And we got a lot of questions in the chat.
Yes. And yes.
Oh yeah, this is called family. This is called shadow work.
Yes.
This is the unaddressed woke. Do you want to, everything everything is in peaches and cream, because my brothers and sisters, we goddesses, we divine, whoa, the mothers, but we got to get to the dirt,
yes,
to bring forth the truth.
He's not. Y'all listen up.
These kids think they got ops, but the real op is their mother. She is the one that allowed dysfunction to run wild within the community and do nothing about it. Not only does she do nothing about it, but she encourages it. She's the one that keeps your father out of your household, and not to mention turn you against your father, and work with the government so that he stays away. She's the one that supports all the toxic policies that is not advantageous to your future or to the Black community. And not to mention, she is the one that allow you guys to keep being buried. And it's to the point where I'm thinking you guys must want to keep burying your children, because at the rate that we're going, that's what's going to keep happening. It's
Correct.
Wow.
This is called shadow work, family.
Yes.
This is what has to be addressed.
Yep. So when you're looking at that dynamic, it is because if 80% of our children being raised by single mothers, the primary custodial parent is whatever they think, their ideologies, their customs, and their culture is going to be passed down to the child. I had an issue at a school I taught at because I was trying to raise and change the girls at the high school to not be whores and to be fast and to want to be wives. That was a problem. Why is it a problem? When you have single women who are administrators, you got single women who got BBLs and their teachers and their guidance counselors, they can't give nobody guidance and help them girls out. All they're going to do is tell them is to talk to all these niggas, make sure you have 8 in the pocket, all this ghetto ratchet debauchery that they love doing. And they tell these girls this at school. So when I came along and I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Why are you wearing them clothes to work? Why are you wearing those clothes to school? What is wrong with you? Why are you talking like that? Take them TikToks down. You're not going to get picked by a man of value doing what you're doing and acting how you are acting. I need you to get married. If you're not married, the alternative road is you are going to be a hoe for several men. That is how it works. If you're not in a relationship with a man, you are a list of women. That's a hoe. Now, you may not be a hoe, but to him, that is what you are. Time will prove otherwise, but to him, you are a hoe on his roster. What do you want him to do with that? We're not offering submission. We're not offering a clean house. We're not offering, let's take care of the children. I don't know what people need nannies for. I'm being very honest. I don't. What do you need a nanny for? Number one, why is your house dirty to begin with? Women was, oh, I can't do all that. Why is your house dirty? Your house should never be dirty. It's called maintenance. My house is never dirty. For me, my house could be dirty. You know how old school. You know you ain't mopped the floor in 3 days, but you know that as the woman of the house. Anybody coming in your house, they think your floor is spotless. That's how it's supposed to be. Nobody should know you got to clean your house but you. So we don't want to clean. We don't want to raise the children to be clean because what is that? That's called slavery. I've had debates with several women. I'm not doing all of that. Doing all of what?
Facts.
We got Clorox wipes and Swiffers to help you do a quick little 5-minute cleanup on a daily basis. What is the problem? It doesn't take long. We don't want to raise our children to be responsible, do their chores, and care about school. We don't. And then you wonder why you're having this problem. This is straight rebellion to the highest level. And women are enjoying it and they're teaching it to the other children. They are literally coming out their mouth and saying, do not do this for a man. Don't do that every night. I've heard them say it. I've argued with adults about it. Now, I told my daughter she got to talk to multiple dudes. For what? Is this a joke? That's what you're telling your child? To talk to multiple men? No, it's called, first of all, she's supposed to be in a relationship. And if it doesn't work out, then she can move on. Men do not need the constant keep up. Women do. Women don't have a problem if, oh, you didn't talk to her in 3 months and then you hit her up out of nowhere. Men don't have that problem. So to tell your daughters to actually move in that manner is counterproductive to her getting picked by someone you're actually going to want her to be with. If you don't want her to be with Raheem and Pookie and all them, the ghetto, you know, the ghetto F-boys, that's what they call them, how is she supposed to get picked by somebody of value? She can't. Look how she's moving.
That's where the father definitely comes in to show, you know, the daughter what to look for in a man, especially if he is providing for his daughter or his family or whatever the dynamic is. And again, I have to go back to, we have adopted a foreign entity from the hip hop, you know, through, you know, the strippers, you know, it's a mess.
Absolutely.
It's a mess. And, you know, other cultures, you know, like I'm on Instagram, I'm on IG, I mean, Instagram and TikTok, and talking about positive messages there when I'm on there. Now, I feel that I will say it over and over again. This Western society has ruined from the integration of trying to be somewhere where Caucasians live to make yourself feel better. I never felt that way growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I always was around families that looked like me and you and were comfortable in living in the neighborhood that they lived in. And the fact that if I did something wrong in my neighborhood, before I get home, I would have either trashing or whatever. And so we have to give forward to those roots.
Yes.
So we have to. And the wearing of clothes, like I said, I was on social media and somebody said, oh, that's old fashioned, what girls shouldn't wear, they should dress presentable and not showing all of their parts, because what is there to look forward to as a man if you're showing all of your parts out? What does that mean? Mm-hmm. And when you look at other cultures, they don't do anything like that, and they're young girls. Correct. And then they have the arranged marriages. I don't know how you feel about arranged marriage.
Oh, I support arranged marriages 100%.
Oh, okay.
We don't know how to pick. We don't whatsoever. It needs to go back to arranged. My granddaughter is, one of them's 2 and the other one's 6 months. I already got who I want her to marry because I know the family and I know the father.
Right. See, that's it. Yeah.
We have to go back to arranged marriages. We have to. If everybody's in shape, we're healthy, right? We're making sure that they are doing their vocation. What are they going to do as far as money is concerned? And we're blessing the children with our legacy. Why we can't do arranged marriages? I support arranged marriages 100%. There's nothing out here to pick from. You can't pick. We pick wrong.
That's true.
You need to have the covering. Nobody said get somebody ugly. I'm talking about some coming to America shit. The woman that he brought, Eddie Murphy, to First Wife, that's what I'm talking about. Arranged marriages with what we're supposed to. We're walking in our God state, presenting these families and these children to each other. 100%.
I think that's another reason why they broke up the melanated family in this country as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
On purpose. Because we would have extended families and whatnot to help, raise the children and whatnot, and to be there if there's something, that needs to be taken care of. We would be there for one another. You know what I mean? We got to get forward to the roots, my sister. Jano.
We got this virus now of this whole culture and being independent, and that is not the way. So in my book, when I was talking about it on Saturday, we have to submit. They don't ask us to do anything wrong. Men love peace. They're very simple creatures. So if they don't want you to spend $500 a week on Fashion Nova, don't spend $500 a week on Fashion Nova. It's not complicated. They don't ask us to do anything that's damaging. They really.
I got a link I want to share.
Go ahead.
There's another one. I've been collecting them. Hold on, y'all.
All right.
Because it got messages. This is a powerful show.
Thank you.
And thank you, Dr. Angela. Thank you.
Thank you.
Share it out in the chat. Those listening, share it out to your friends and family and let them come in and learn a thing or two.
And a lot of Black American women got upset with this.
Real quick, that this is not to discourage you, because I want us to be clear about that first. Okay. You've been in this place for a long time. Okay. Now listen, you got good ideas, baby. You got good ideas. Your execution is not as good. Okay. Your follow through, not as good. The ideas though are great. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody, and that doesn't mean it's not for you. But right now, these last few months, few years, you know what I'm talking about. Baby, it ain't been working for you.
Dr. Angela, you have a lot of fortitude to bring up this subject and write it in a book. I'm sure you must have had a colorful Saturday.
I did.
And it's time for you to get a job. You hear me? you just gonna need to get a job for a little while. Okay, it don't mean your ideas ain't good. Okay, it don't mean that maybe one day you could be a good entrepreneur, but you have proven to yourself and everybody else that you owe money to, okay, that it ain't working right now. Okay, it ain't worked for a while. It actually has never worked yet.
They got mad at her about this.
It won't ever work. But right now, you need to go to work.
Yeah, let me bring it back up now.
Interesting.
Yeah. Can y'all see everybody's on the screen?
No.
Okay,
Not.
all right, hold on a second. Okay, I'm gonna step out so I can wait a second. Maybe I can get it. Hold on, let me see full screen. Oh, we just see Kafunya. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
All right, wait a minute. That wasn't the plan.
No,
here it is right here.
There we
I
go.
got it back. Okay, there we go. Please continue.
So when it comes to a job, and I tell everybody this, women, we've always, even in Africa, we worked in the motherland, wherever we were indigenous to, which is the whole planet, women have always contributed. Remember, we are not equal. We are of equal importance, but we are not equal. Our roles are completely different. So women don't even want to do their gender roles, meaning my greatest joy in life every day is serving my family and serving my husband, not when I go out to work. Work is a means of income so that we can live, comfortably, right? And to build the legacy. So the problem with women is they want to get a job to do what the hell they want instead of supporting the man. You know the famous statue in the motherland? When we standing next, I did it with my wedding. My husband is standing on his, I got my arm behind his back and I'm holding his arm. People got to understand what that pose means. So we are supposed to support the men in the mission. So our jobs are to support the men, not to be independent and do what the hell we want. We're supposed to have these jobs to support the legacy and support the man that you're following. So I tell women all the time, you can't be in no relationship and be defiant. If you cannot follow his rules, you need to be single. But you're not going to tell me you're about to stay with this man for 20 years and not do what the hell he say. That's not how that works. A relationship is saying by default, I submit to your rulership. Because if I don't submit to it, why am I here?
Exactly.
You can't stay and be rebellious. That's not how this works. And go and find another man is not going to help you. All the men are the same. You're not going to get whatever you're thinking. That's why I call it Candyland. This imaginary world where women live, where they do nothing. The men got to accept them how they are. They do nothing but spend money and sit down and go out to a daggone club and go drink. First of all, I'm sorry. My father raised me. He told me women who smoke and drink wasn't no good. Don't ever do it. That's what he told me when I was a little girl. Sorry. That's what he said. I said, okay, I don't ever drink and smoke. He said, don't do it. It was all bad. Whatever my father saw in the 60s and the 70s, that's what he told his daughter. Don't do it. And I don't drink and I don't smoke. I do not. What are we doing for the family? Cooking is slavery instead of what? You're the doctor of the family. So you keeping everybody alive. Right. You don't see it as a prescription. You see it as slavery. Okay, good luck with that. So you don't want to feed nobody. You don't want to keep the house clean. You don't want to raise the children to be this way, but you want a job. And the jobs you get in, what are you getting a job in? Tell me what you getting this job in. Because if it's not STEM, science, technology, okay, math, and engineering, what are you getting a job in?
Facts.
Women make terrible therapists. Terrible therapist. I'm sorry. I would never go to a woman therapist. Unless you were like Dr. Welsing, which is not a therapist. She was a psychiatrist. She was a medical doctor. Unless you are a medical doctor, you got to bring in that real science. I would never go to a woman counselor. Because they don't think of that. It's not logical. It's not based on logical sense. The science is supposed to explain the spiritual. They go hand in hand. They're not separated. So So if we can't even do the basics here, well, how are men? They're very simple creatures. They love peace. They love the same thing. They love regiment. If we can't even follow that, why? Because we mad what they do with their phallus, which they've been doing since we got here, which is what I said on Saturday. Nobody said you're going to love it. That's not what we said. Nobody said, you know what, honey? Guess what? I want you to go sleep with all. That's not what we said. The issue is that's what they do.
Yeah, because some men can deal with single women, like one woman.
Yes.
And some men, and I learned this myself, and some men need more than one. I mean, in this society, they call them mistresses because them other folks, they be doing that ish too. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
They be doing it, but they call you something else. But some men need more than one. We don't own them, number one, okay? And some men just like to deal with one.
Yes,
they do.
There's nothing. This is what I'm saying. Even when you look at the Bible, Abraham had how many children? He had 9 children, 3 different women. David, who everybody loved, he had 19 children, but I believe it was 8 different women. I forgot the number. But what did David get punished for? Let's use the Bible. I always love using the Bible to explain stuff to people. We know it's a metaphoric book, but let's use the story. What was David punished? David was only punished when he committed adultery. He was not punished for having the children with different women. It was how it was executed. Abraham wasn't punished when he slept with Hagar and had that baby. He wasn't. So you're telling me God okayed him to go sin? Because according you tell a Christian you could have multiple wives, they say that's a sin. Not according to your book. Abraham and them wasn't punished for doing that. He wasn't punished. So what's really the issue? How it is executed. Now, most men, they will be monogamous with their heart and their feelings because it's very hard, and I will say it scientifically from what I've researched, it's hard to be in love with multiple people because of what that takes. I'm not saying that men cannot have multiple feelings and feel a little emotion for different women, but I believe that we're in love with one person and men can have emotional attachments to others. But when we're talking about their sex drive, men just like to feel different things on their penis. We do not have a penis, and I would not want one. I'm glad I'm a girl. I love being a woman. Okay? I don't know what that's like to have a penis. I don't want to know. But when you talk to men, listen to what they say. Oh, you know why I won't cheat on my wife? Because of what she does. What is that statement saying? Well, I know it's going to hurt her. They don't say, I don't have the desire to sleep with other women. They say, you know what? Since I know it'll hurt her, I'm not going to do it. But the desire is still there. Now, if some men choose to not do it, that is a decision that they personally make. To impose that onto them from the beginning is where we start off wrong. Because no man can tell women the truth. Very few women. My husband can tell me the truth because I've aligned myself with a man's nature. I know they're going to desire other women sexually, so I choose to know. I know when my husband is going out to sleep with other women. To other women, that sounds delusional. I know. You know why I choose to know? Because what do I do? Women are the spiritual, we are the senses because we're so emotional. We're supposed to use that positively to protect the family. So I'm the spiritual guide. Honey, I don't know about that one. Something off. You get what I'm saying? We're supposed to be the spiritual guide. So even though that's what he does, I choose to know because it keeps us safe. When a man got to lie and they got to sneak, that's when all this BS happens. It's almost like the syndrome where, you keep telling the child no, they want to go do it more.
Right.
So when we force our men to sneak and lie, right, and act like nobody else is attractive, let's act like I don't want to sleep with nobody else, you're putting them in a place where they now have to lie. How many women say they want the truth? No, you don't. You're lying. No, you don't. Because when men do it, guess what happens? Child support, arresting, you burn his clothes, you damage his car, you call a job, you want to ruin his career. Are we serious here? So no, that's not wanting the truth. Wanting the truth is, honey, what do you want? You meet a guy. A man wants to sleep with multiple women. Why are you even asking him out of only one? I told my daughters by default, when you're talking to a man, especially if he's attractive, he is talking to multiple women and having sex with them. That you don't got to ask. Stop asking that. That's what they're doing. They are physical beings. They're going to look at you and want to have sex with you. That is not abnormal. We got to stop demonizing men for what is natural. We give them access to sex. So if you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at women because they're having sex with these men with no relationship. Get mad at women. They're not married to them and they're having sex with them. You're mad at the wrong person if you want to get mad with somebody. But understand how they operate. And it is up to women to galvanize a man to want to marry us because they give us access to marriage. Women don't like that part. Or they're supposed to just want to be with you because you have a vagina. That's not how this works. What value are you bringing outside of your vagina? And then you want to use your vagina as a weapon. When you get mad now, you don't sleep with them. What are we doing here? In my household, that's not how this works. My husband can have my body anytime he wants. Well, there ain't no arguments that's supposed to stop me. That's not how this works in my house. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. The argument don't got nothing to do with us in that bedroom. The bedroom help you realize the argument ain't even that deep. You're not mad.
Now, this is shadow work, family. This is shadow work.
Let's go upstairs and get it on. We ain't even that mad. It ain't that deep. Knock it off. Let's go. So it's to bust it open wide for your husband. So like even Cardi B, when I tell people ratchet music, of course it's a virus, but the songs, if we were able to contain it and able to have structure and really monitor our children, those songs are good for the bedroom with you and your husband. It's not supposed to be on TV and you promote it to the babies. You're supposed to have sex to watch with your husband upstairs. But if the children didn't have smartphones, they wouldn't even know the song was out.
And BET.
And BET Uncut, they wouldn't even know the song was out. All adults would have known, like, honey, I just heard this song. We're going to get busy to this tonight. The children shouldn't even have access to it.
This is shadow work, family. This is what we have to deal with shadows. Here's another clip. I got another clip.
All right, bring it on.
All right. Here's another clip. Y'all gonna like this one.
And they don't know how to follow instructions. And they don't know how to sit down and be corrected. As a president, you got to be corrected. Black women can't be corrected. The preacher can't even correct them. God can't even correct them. You really got to beat black women. You got this on camera? Being cause you really got to beat black women. Every nigga I know got to damn near whoop his hoe for a black woman to listen. You can't say, shut up. God damn. She come out the room, won't know who you calling them. Me and the other girls shut up. Now, one thing I know about any colored woman, whether she's Mexican, black, yellow, light brown, dark brown, pitch black, or Kodak black.
Watch this part.
One thing I know about the colored woman is one man she listened to, and that's a white boss.
Bingo.
Bingo. Lord. Again, it's the foreign entity, the programming that this society, I'm not trying to blame, but it is what it is. When you look at everything that's happening around, they think that their system is the right system of being independent. Oh, I don't need no man and all of that. Come on, man. Are you serious?
Oh, they're dead serious. They're dead serious. And I say, and even on Saturday, when I said my husband is my real boss, I purposely, when I work out of school, wherever, I purposely do not listen to all of the rules because nobody deserves that type of obedience but my husband. Why can we go to work on time, wear the clothes they want us to wear, talk the way they want us to talk, right? With no problem. But as soon as you get home to that black man, you got to run your mouth. You don't want to listen. You don't want to honor him. What men are so simple. I did this and I told this to a bunch of women. If I counted the amount of time it takes me to directly cater to my husband, me talking about not cooking because we got to cook because we got to eat, directly cater to him specifically, how much time was that? I'm not going to lie. He got his own bathroom. It takes me, there's a total of 10 minutes a day to wipe his toilet down, hang his rag and his towel back up. I don't want him to do nothing when he come home. He does absolutely nothing. And he does construction for a living. Put his towel and rag back, wipe his toilet down with the Clorox wipe, little Fabuloso, wipe the sink down, make sure his clothes is ready and his bag is packed, and I go charge his headphones and his little speaker that he take to work. And I clean out his ashtray because he smoke weed. We're talking, that's just for him. That is 15 minutes a day. And for 15 minutes a day, and I give him access to my body at any time. So he's like, because sex is enjoyable. So I would argue, if you don't want to have sex with your husband all the time, I'm being serious. If you don't want to have sex with who you would all the time, I would argue you're not attracted to them at all. Because let me tell you something right now. Ain't my husband go to the bathroom, honey, please don't take long. Hurry back and come to the bed. I miss you already. To go to the bathroom. Okay? So if you have an issue with sleeping with your husband, I would say to the husband, they don't like you. She don't like you. Because I'm being very honest. The level of horniness that women have in their 40s, I did not feel like this as a teenager at all. We are not like little boys. Boys are horny as I don't know what when they are teenagers. That is normal. Girls, We don't even know what to expect because we ain't never feel it. Our bodies are very different than a man. It's extremely different. So I would argue that point. So explain to me how you can give this person who don't give a crap about because they'll fire you in 2 seconds. You will give them honor and respect, but not your husband. Your home it's a replica of, let's say we had a kingdom. It's a replica of if you had a palace. How would the king get treated? Where was the king treatment?
Right.
You want to get treated like a queen, but don't want to treat him like a king. Where is the king treatment? So for 15 minutes a day and unlimited access to sex, guess what I get? I get some good medical. I get some good dental. I get his life. He will lay his life down and die for me. And I get all of his assets and all of his money.
Ashe.
For 15 minutes a day and sex? Are you kidding me? I think that's a great deal because if you add up 15 minutes, let's do some math work. 15 times 7. Okay? We talk about what, 83 minutes a week? What's that? That's 85. 85 minutes a week and sex whenever he wants? Are you kidding me?
And getting everything you need.
And getting everything I need for the children. I'm sorry. What's the problem here?
For the house.
Thank you. For the house, please. Listen, I just bought a ice cream scooper to match the microwave color and it heated up. You know how women are. We always find something to buy. But he allows me to do those things to make our house comfortable. But why? I have earned the right to do that. Look how I treat the man. His house is never dirty. He doesn't have to clean. He comes home and he cleans. So then women go, but I work too. Okay. You don't work as hard as that black man. No, you did not. You're lying. I don't work as hard as my husband. I've been in his job. Lifting concrete, bashing concrete all day, picking it up 8 hours. I do not work that hard at no desk. Now, here's the thing, though. I eat right.
Mm-hmm.
I drink the water told me to drink 18 years ago. I got to ionize it downstairs, upstairs in my room, downstairs in the living room. I'm not playing because I got to make sure I'm healthy. I take vitamins every day. I take minerals every day. So I'm energized and I exercise. So I'm not tired when I come home. I'm ready to serve when I walk in the door. And if you don't have those habits, this is my point. That is a you problem. Why is that a you problem? Because the recipe for success, the recipe for a family to function doesn't change because you were not taught the skill. You have to go and want to learn the skill now. Well, you know what? I wasn't learning. So you know what? Let me go take a class. Let me go see if I can get with an auntie who was married, who knows. Let me go see if I can sit with my grandmother who was married, who can teach me instead of wanting to go to the daggone club. Because that's a hoe spot. You're not going to find no husband at no club. That's a hoe spot. That's where they go to pick up hoes. Good luck with that one. Go sit down with a married woman or an elder in the family, right? Who knows how to be a wife. Say, yo, can you teach me how to make this from scratch? I told my grandmother, we got 2 more things I got to learn because she makes croutons from scratch and her biscuits. I need to now add that to the repertoire because I got grandkids and a husband. I need to learn how to do that. So my grandmother, honey, that's right. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Not going to a club. You trying to get a career to do what? Is a career viable? Is it going to give you long sustainability? Does it coincide with your husband and the children's schedule so that they're not with somebody else? You get what I'm saying? 24/7 learning ideologies that you don't like. So what are we have to go back to that. And the only way we go back to that is we have to have children born in wedlock. You cannot have bastards. And I know people don't like that word because I saw a comment. No child should be called a bastard. Yes, they should if that's what you are. You got to wear the title of what you are. Nobody said you just walk up to children and call them bastards. That's not what I'm saying. But the effect of being a bastard doesn't go away because you don't like the word. That's what you are. Your mother created this condition for you. Blame your mother why I don't get to see daddy every day. Blame mommy why daddy doesn't really want to talk because guess what? Your mother was a link up on Friday nights at 2:00 in the morning. That wasn't his wife. We have to teach children the value of that, especially the women. You want to be valued and taken care of and loved and the children. So when you tell your husband, guess what? Honey, I'm pregnant. He's full of joy. He needs to love you to have those emotions.
You're right.
Develop over time and it's going to be arduous. This is how it works. You can't, the recipe doesn't change because you're inadequate.
I want to know what happened Saturday because I wasn't there. when you did your presentation, what happened? Give us a little snippet.
So when I'm doing the presentation, I noticed that the men, they was taking out their phone, recorded, they was clapping. Cool. I could see if looks could kill Kafunya, I would have been dead. I know when women is pissed
Really? I loved it.
The looks, I would have been dead. Now you and I had one woman finally buy my book. Thank you for buying my book. I don't count my family because, you know, whatever you do, your family will normally support. So my family has bought my book, but she's the first female that I know to have bought my book. So when we were talking and the lady in the audience, she said, oh, I was hitting them with bullets. See, when you say I'm hitting, words matter. When you say, see, bullets injure people. So
exactly. That was weird.
How was I injuring you? By what I said. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm saying men sleep with other women. You should know it's okay. We got to make sure our daughters are not whores. Make sure we align with men and women in the standard. I'm telling women never leave for cheating because that's what they do. You need to know that they're doing it. Are you going to know they don't? If they're going to do it, let them do it in peace. So I said that. I said, don't raise our daughters to be whores. I said, women are vile because 80% of us are. You can see that when you go outside. I'm speaking a statistical fact. What bullet did I say to injure you? She then said, oh, you're coming out strong. I said, no, I'm not strong. I'm resilient. And then King Simon had to stop it because, you know, he had other people he needed to put on.
Right.
That King Simon got was not, it was negative, and I'm shocked because we're the conscious community. We know men sleep with other women. We know men have other wives in the African sense. So to get that kind of response it was different because we're in the conscious community. I'm not expecting that, not from us. We already know how it is. We know the science behind it. So why was there so much bucking? So to say that I have a problem, to say that something is wrong with me, I want women say this to me. Now, you know why I had to leave early? Because my husband got off of work early. I had to go pick him up. I would have stayed longer. But guess who's my real boss? Guess who is my king? I have to obey those orders. It was time to go. I had to leave. I would love to have an open forum with women, and we can do this in person. We can do it online and do it in person. I don't have an issue with that. Women have an issue with what I say. So she
what kind of women have issue with?
I am going to say rebellious, single women who are not walking in their God state got a problem with what I say.
Wow.
And then when she said that, oh, can I change my delivery? I said, no, I cannot change my delivery. Tell me what was wrong with the way I said it.
Exactly. I found it to be very palatable. Palatable, you know, like.
Yes, it was friendly. I was.
Right. It wasn't like, it wasn't like that. It was like you were stating facts and not bullets. That was.
I'm like, sweetie, I can't change the way I deliver. And then I brought up how Martin Luther King was still killed, just like Malcolm. So even with his nice kumbaya speech,
right, exactly,
and murdered him.
He still got smoked, and Malcolm.
Yes, he still got smoked. So guess what? I can't change the way I say it because you don't want to hear it. You don't like that I'm making you accountable, that you have to earn we have to earn each other's love. And what I mean by earn, I'm not saying, oh, well, I'm not going to love you today because you didn't do what I said. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we have to earn and show forth our competency for relationships and love. And women don't want to do that. They want to show with a vagina. Well, guess what? There's 4 billion women on earth. Every woman showing up with a vagina. So what? I don't care.
Who coddled Black women to believe this miseducation? Because this is supposed to be a woke, W-O-K-E community. How come they're walking in delusion when they're supposed to be teachers and elders, male and female, but they don't want to tell a bitter truth? What's going on?
I'm going to, the comment says white women. It's not white women because white women don't even do the crap that they promote. Remember, they were used as a pawn to promote it publicly, but they don't live like that in real life. See, white women get married young. Okay, right. That was so fun. White women get married young, and you get what I'm saying? So these other races are not doing what's being purported here in America.
Exactly.
The virus is now spreading, though. So to me, I'm going to say the sexual liberation is what flipped the switch. And I'm going to say why. Women love attention. That's our currency. Okay. If my husband don't compliment me in the time frame I wanted, you want a divorce? Like, what's going on? Meaning how our brains operate. Like, what's the problem? Like, why you not compliment me? Like, what's going on? So the attention currency that came with the sexual revolution to me is the virus that got into these women. So what's happening now, we're getting all this negative attention. We don't see it as attention, right? Because we don't see it as negative attention because it's sex. So women confuse being desired sexually as being desired for marriage and love. And it's not the same thing. See, a man will sleep with a woman who's a 2. A man will sleep with a 2 and a 10. It's the same intent. I want to have sex because it feels good. That's it. If we galvanize them for marriage, that's another. You get what I'm saying? Then it'll go to marriage, but they're going to have sex with both of those women. It doesn't matter. So when it comes to the negative attention, women don't understand that sexual desire for men doesn't mean anything for a woman. And a man's going to see you and know you're a woman and want to have sex with you. It doesn't matter. Do they want to marry you should be the metric.
Yes.
If they don't want to marry you, I don't care. How much sex you had with her. I do not care. A man can sleep with a woman for 30 years and despise her. Why? Because the sex was good and she was offering it. It's really that cut and dry. It's not this complicated thing. And oh my God, and I'm getting no. You weren't there's no such thing as gaslighting. I told my children, oh mommy, they're gaslighting. They're not gaslighting you. You do not have the proper training and you're dumb. How did a man meet you Tuesday telling you he loved you on Wednesday and you believed it? I'm just confused. I'm confused. Men know by the way you are in dialect what they got to say to you to get in your drawers. They know if they got to call you, okay, this one I'm going to have to call for 2 weeks. This one I'm going to have to take her to dinner. They know what they got to say. Men have been studying us for years. We do not study men whatsoever.
That is true.
There you go.
We walk outside because why? We know men are going to protect us by default. We got cops now and all this other crap. Men study us because they are, and I don't like when they use this word negatively. There's nothing wrong with men being a predator. We have to take the negative connotation out. They're supposed to seek and conquer. That is their duty. So when they see women, they want to seek and conquer them. It's real simple. It's not negative. That's the nature. So are you going to do what? How are you going to let them conquer you? Are you just going to make sure you're their sex toy and be a host? And now you're never going to get elevated to a wife. That's not how that works. When men are engaging with women, they're looking at what you're doing to see if they can take you out the whole box they have you in.
Material.
You're paying attention to everything that you do. You ain't paying attention to nothing. You just like, oh, he picked me up, he took me out, and we had sex. You ain't paying attention to the right things. He's looking at what you wear. He's looking at how you talk when you went out to dinner, if you even were worth the dinner date. Because I say dinner dates, I tell my sons, dinner dates is for your girlfriend and your wife. Take these hoes to Starbucks. Because we don't know if they're white. Starbucks, that's $20. You're not about to take, we're not doing that. I said, take them to Starbucks. No. Because dinner is very intimate. Women don't really deserve courting, in my opinion, because look what you're offering. You don't offer submission. You don't offer, I want to have your babies. You don't offer, I want to work with you. But you want to go to Ruth Chris and go to Sammy's, and they spend $300 for what? For what? For what? And now we getting surgery. So let me get this straight. You got to make this make sense. You'll go through the pain of a surgery, right? And save the money for that. But you will not pay for a gym membership. You won't go through the pain of sit-ups and crunches. You know how many times my husband tell me to go sit down and I'm doing, the ab roller. You get on the floor, you do the ab roller. I'm doing the ab roller. He's like, honey, go to bed. I said, no. I can't go to bed. I have a husband I have to keep. I have to stay in shape for you. I don't care that I'm getting older. What that has to do with me staying in shape and being appealing to you? So we don't want to join the gym. We don't want to feel the pain of crunches and working out, but we will feel the pain of a knife and surgery. That is mental illness, and that is self-hate. Because you're not taking care of your temple going to get surgery. You're not. You're doing a cheat code that men don't even like. Men do not want to be in the bed with Frankenstein and your hair glued onto your forehead. They don't. I don't care what they have sex with. They don't want to be with that. They want to be with an all-natural woman who is fit. Nobody said you got to have an 8-pack, but you should be fit. You should be fit, and you're going to submit. It's real, clear-cut, and simple. It's not
fit and submit. Special acknowledgement to Laji. Special acknowledgement to Shahrazad Ali, because Absolutely. The sisters don't want to hear it.
No, they don't.
Yeah, because they're hypnotized by a society that doesn't give two shits about them.
Exactly. They want you to get fat. That's why they push that phony positivity shit. Yes, girl, gain up 300 pounds. That's right. Because a man gonna lift it up. Yeah, to have sex with it. Who cares? Like, what does that even mean? What does that mean? They want to have sex with you. I don't care. That don't mean they like you. Do you understand how a man operates? That doesn't mean that they like you.
We need to have a forum at Nicholas.
We do. We really do. It doesn't mean that they like you. What do men like has not changed. You want to think you can't do that.
But there's a lot of women, broken women, who don't like men.
No, they don't. They don't. You can tell.
You can tell by their actions.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of this. Oh, this is good. Thank you, Mike. There's a lot of black women that don't like men.
Not at all. Not one bit. You don't want to help them. You don't want to listen to them. You don't want to understand them. So when the lady said I wasn't healed, let me explain to you. Somebody said I wasn't healed. That's why I was talking to you. So let me explain to y'all how healed I am. My book, I talk about the 3 traumatic relationships that taught me. I'm not going to say traumatized because, see, my parents raised me to, when something happens, you have to deal with it. My grandfather, when it was a schism, you have to deal with it, okay? You got to head it on, analyze it. What is it trying to teach you? So when I looked at my relationships, I looked at it as a crucible. What is it teaching me? If every man sleeps with other women, what does that say about men? If I got physically hit, why was I hit? You got to go into the science of it. Men are different than women. They say what women do with their mouth, men do with their fists. So someone like playing with a tiger, we would not go into the wild, just roll up on a tiger and start playing with it. But that's what women want to do to men. And then when you get bopped upside your head, oh my God, he hit me. That's not domestic violence. Domestic violence is you did nothing wrong. He walked in the door and just punched you in the face and cracked your jaw. That's domestic violence. Domestic violence is not, you said, nigga, do it. I dare you. Got up in his face, mushed him in your face, broke himself, and then he popped you. That's not domestic violence. Understand the difference, right? So when we're talking about that, when you said I wasn't healed, I'm so healed. I can talk about being abused by my ex and laugh. You know why? Because I have complete healing from it. I know exactly why it happened. I understand what I said was triggering. Anytime I said I was going to leave him, because at that time I didn't understand how men can sleep with women, and it was too much, and it was the way he executed it that was a lot. Okay, because I go in the crucible about how we did have a situation with another woman. I did see how he really did love me, even though he slept with another woman, because I was there. We partaked in it together, but it was the way he was executing it. It got out of hand. So anytime I said I was leaving, we were it got physical. But I didn't leave when I'm at work. I would come home. A girl would hit me up. Now we arguing. And I'm like, oh, I'm leaving. That's trauma for a man when he loves you. And I'm going to say love. Whatever a man feels, whatever a man has to love, that's what they love with. Even if it's broken, they still love. Does that make sense? It may be distorted. It may be convoluted. It's still how they love. So if I come home, like, your girl, this other girl just hit me up. She said she having a baby and I'm leaving. We arguing. That's a recipe for disaster. I shouldn't have went home if I'm going to leave, because they can't handle that level of emotion. You get what I'm saying? If you're the love of their life, that's not going to go too well. It's just not. It's not. And then you can't be disrespectful with your mouth. Women have constantly said stuff to men that is disrespectful, that if you was a dude, hands would have got thrown. You can't look at your man in the face and say, fuck you, you bitch ass nigga. Girl,
I'm telling you.
You're about to get bopped. I'm not going to feel sorry for you. That's not how this works.
Their children, mama. They say it to their children too.
So you expect a man to tolerate you, disrespect him like that verbally on the premise of you're a female, you can't get hit? Nah, you deserve to get rocked. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You deserve to get rocked. And then let's not let them find out you cheating on them. You kidding me? Sorry. You deserve to get beat up. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just being honest. You do. That's not how this works. If you are that angry to the point where you want to give up your body, you need to break up. Because that ain't how it's done. Break up and leave. But that's not how it's done. You can't say I match. And see, when people say I match energy, what you're telling me is you're not really a good person. See, I don't match energy. I don't. I'm not going to do what you do.
I agree.
I got a question.
Yes.
I got a question. I know more than one brother, several brothers, when women go into their menopause, they go from that feminine principle to something that is a little bit like a Tasmanian devil.
Mhm.
So what should brothers do dealing with women in menopause when they turn from la 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 to ah?
So I would say, and you already know, it goes back to diet.
I was going to say the same
Because you
thing.
already know you're born with them eggs. Your mother's you carry your grandchildren. So this goes back to diet. So if you want to have a wonderful menopause, if you look at other countries where they don't have that toxin Western diet, the women do not go through menopause the way we do here.
Oh, I hear nightmares from brothers.
Yeah, so they're going
multiple nightmares.
Yeah, so that's going to go back to diet. So this is something that you have to prepare for before you go through menopause. So I have never had cramps. I've never gone through PMS. I've never had cramps and I need Mida, never in my life. But my aunt, she was a dietitian. She started us juicing when I was 12 years old. So I've been juicing all my life. I make sure I take care of myself. I make sure I get that ionized water. So I have a lot of energy and I don't go through menstrual cramps. My period is very light. And when I was vegan, my God, I don't even think I needed like a sanitary napkin because it was so light. I just don't go through all of that. I do not. So this goes back to diet. So the men who are in it, I'm going to say if the woman or your wife doesn't want to change her diet, she doesn't want to change her lifestyle habits. Meaning when I wake up in the morning, my diet is water and my minerals and my vitamins. Dr. Sebi stuff, I got liquid vitamins, that's my breakfast. I'm not hungry in the morning until around maybe 9 or 10 o'clock. So if you're not willing to change your lifestyle habits to see a result with that, physically and biochemically, you're going to go through that with the woman. But she has to be willing to make the change. And a lot of women, this is another level of rebellion. We don't want to take care of our vessel. We want to just wake up, do what we want, not work out, not eat right. And that's why I brought up my mother. Do I talk to my mother with disrespect? Absolutely not. But do I have to tell mommy, guess what? This ain't working right now. We can't do this. That's my mother. I love her. She's my creator. I have to respect my creator. But my field of science and as her daughter, I still have to go to my mom and let her know what's wrong. Mommy, you can't do that. Do you need accountability? You need to call me. Do you want to work out together? Let's work out together. We had a family chat. I came to the house. My kids was there. My dad, we got to work out because my dad still works out. So do I. And my dad, we work out at home. So why don't we come up with a time where we could call each other every week and let's work out together, whatever that is. I can't just let my family just go to the wayside. That means I don't love you. So women have to want to really take time to do how I told my mother, because she's a Christian, my parents are ministers. Jesus don't need you to go to church, Mom. Every scripture in that Bible, Jesus wants you to go home and work out and take care of your vessel. She laughs when I say it, but I have to reach my mother where she is. Okay? So I got to bring up the scriptures to talk about taking care of your body, that your body is your temple. I bring up Jesus eating fish and bread. Jesus wasn't eating Chick-fil-A. That's not what the Bible said. What was he eating? A little bit of fish and some bread. Okay.
What about Jesus eating some pork knuckles and pigtail?
Right. You get what I'm saying? So I got to bring up where my mother is to help her so she can hear me. Now, sometimes correction don't feel good.
It doesn't.
People don't got to understand. It doesn't feel good.
And it's not supposed to. It's supposed to motivate you to go to the level.
Yes.
It's to make a reflection of yourself, because sometimes when I talk to my partner, he'll let me know, Kafunya, I don't like the way you talk to me, and I have to apologize.
Yes.
To him. I apologize to him. I'll say, I'll do better, because I don't mind submitting to Roots. I don't mind that, because he's very good to me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But if I'm out of pocket, you know what I'm saying? He lets me know, and I talk correct.
Yes, like when my voice gets too high, my husband goes, "Who you talking to?" Immediate silence.
Right. Facts.
Yes, go ahead.
I got a question. I've noticed that there doesn't seem to be in the so-called woke community any accountability from older sisters giving wisdom to younger sisters. I don't care if they got kente cloth on, wearing purple, all white. Why is it that they do listen to white men, but they won't listen to or even there isn't any elder circles of women that I know of that are teaching younger women how to keep a man. What's up with that?
Is Queen Afua doing something that with the Sacred Woman?
Yeah,
I
she
don't
still
know.
does that. She does. She still does the Sacred Woman.
Yeah.
Okay, but now I'm asking, do women, older women, teach younger women how to please a man?
I'm going to say no. And I'm going to say that's due to a lot of them are bitter. They are not in relationships, and they are transferring that toxicity to the girls. They're transferring that to their children and their nieces, because I like, outside of my family, and when I do meet certain people like you, Gafunia, you're going to do that. But we're talking about the masses. The answer is no. These grandmothers want to go outside. They don't want to bake biscuits with the grandchildren. They want to get on a whole outfit and go to a club.
And the reason I'm asking this is men are we are so simple. We are, like one notch above a rock. We are not difficult.
No,
and it wouldn't be difficult for older women to teach younger women how to please a man, how to go into meditation and give telepathic suggestions.
Yep.
Who dropped the ball where grandma no longer teaches, or the elder women no longer teach younger women how to please a man? I mean, get to Queen Afua. I appreciate all what she's doing, but
she can't do it alone.
She can't do it alone.
No, she cannot.
There need to be like
it needs to be like courses and like
in Haiti. When Papa Doc was around, there were schools for the women to go to learn how to keep house, how to cook, how to take care of home. It was called, and when I was in junior high school, it was called, for females, they would go to home economics.
Yes, that's what it was called. Yes,
and men would go to.
Yes, it was.
We would go to shop.
Yep. You see,
we would go to learn how to repair, build. And this was it. I went to Huddy Junior High School, and the women would go to home. They call it home economics, and the men, we went to. I forgot what it's called, but it was like technical industries. Like how electrical basics of electrical, carpentry, plumbing.
Right. Correct. They're not
they took it out of the schools, actually, just like music, just like they took out music in that. You know what I mean? And you're absolutely right, because I went to home economics and learn different things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think that's a very good idea, sister, and that we should get together and have a forum.
Correct.
Whether it's, like you said, whether it's on Zoom or whether, I think it should be live and direct.
Yeah, I want to do it in person. I think it's a little. I think it would be great to do it in person.
Yeah.
Correct.
I love.
That sounds like something at Nicholas. Maybe they could do that at Nicholas. I don't know.
That's what I'm talking about, because
we got to start to change in our own community.
The time is now for change, because we're in the age of Aquarius, so there's things that are shifting.
Correct.
To a higher level, a higher consciousness of we are beautiful beings, but we can't look at a man as a transaction.
Right. He's not. No, he's not. Right. That's the problem. And I think this is all stemming from when this sexual revolution happened, when they gave that birth control pill. Women really took that nonsense. They took that Mademoiselle magazine, all that stupid crap on TV, and they literally self-injected the virus. So now
that was part of the so-called integration.
Yeah,
civil rights.
Yes, that was absolutely part of it. And now that they done downloaded the virus, you don't have grandmothers who want a grandmother. For example, my grandchildren, this was my thing. I said, I have to start a legacy because now I'm a grandmother, right? So what could I do? My favorite book is The Count of Monte Cristo, because Alexander Dumas is Black, of course. So that was my favorite book and my favorite movies. I said, you know what? Every grandchild I have, we're going to read that book. And then when we're done reading it, we're going to go to France and go see the play, and we're going to get dressed up. That's a ritual I'm going to start with my grandchildren. We're going to read together. I don't know other grandmothers, meaning my age today, who want to do those things with the children. I do not want to go out. I want to be in a house. So I'm not out with my husband or coming to Nicholas Bookstore doing something cultural with my people. What are we actually doing?
Facts.
The desires have changed of women. Our focus has changed. It's all a downloaded virus. It's all virus. It's like I Am Legend, they're zombies. All these women are now these zombies that was in I Am Legend.
Oh, you know what? I think that's an accurate description.
Yes.
We in the zombie virus era and walking around
yes
with fake leather.
Yes.
That's some deep. That's deep. That's
Yeah.
deep.
And then when you speak the truth, they're trying to bite you just like they did and infect you too. This is what's happening. They're zombies now. Because me telling you this, do you know how wonderful the black man is? The black man is
my black man. I love my dad. He was
what?
Mother's night. I love my black man.
This is what I'm saying. Nobody matches him. Everybody want to be with him. That he's the top of the sex chain. You can't get a race of. There is no man who tops him, and we cannot show this honor and love to them. Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you.
Is this a joke?
Yeah, Dalton Prod said baby boomers ruined everything.
That's when it started.
Hey, well, you know, I like what Shaggy said. It wasn't me.
Me.
Right.
Me either.
Right?
Yeah, special acknowledgement to King Simon, because I thank King Simon for having that platform. Even though he tried to make light of the matter, you know, it was all right. You know, you know, because that's what he does. But I was like, oh, I got to get her on the show.
Right.
Because we got to deal with shadow work. Because we're not dealing with shadow work. We want to just, it's almost a form of superficial hypocrisy to say, oh, well, the mother, the goddess, and without dealing with the dirt. This is called shadow work.
I love that you're on, my sister. You know, I got to get your book. You know, and I just love what we're doing, because this is a part of, like my brother is saying here, Uncle Hanky, we have to clean up the vessel.
We do.
When we make missteps, we have to show accountability.
Yes.
For it, and get rid of the, you know, transmute.
Yes.
Fuckery that this society has put on our beautiful people.
Yes.
And it's all right. It's not all right.
And you know the power of food and the power of water. I keep telling people, do you understand that you can't even think correctly because it was floating in your body? You don't even have the neurotransmitters and the right cellular fluid to comprehend what I'm saying. You know why? Because it's full of all types of garbage. You barely drink water at that. Your body's completely acidic, and you think you can comprehend and understand? No, you can't. And this is why I tell people, I'm not one of those people. I need to see the life behind it. Like, Uncle, when I see how beautiful your skin is and your hair, when I see how you resonate when you do the bowls and your energy, that's what ministers to me that what we're doing is working. I don't care what Orisha names you know. I don't care what you can recite off the walls of Kemet. If I don't see that your life is exuberating what you should be doing, I'm not listening to you, and you need to go home and do some work.
Facts.
I say, and thank you for that. All praise to our divinity, you know, whatever name you use. Better to drink tea and no food than food and no tea. And on the show, I always talk about Kinkaliba, and I'm pushing also
power.
This is called Y Power, and what this does.
What's it, brother? God.
Yep.
Oh yes, I know that's right.
Yep, and I took a little half a teaspoon, Cafunia, Dr. Angela, family, and I felt it had a creamy. This is an upgraded formula. It had a creamy electrical flavor, and I actually felt this soft electricity traveling through my body, and I just was talking with them. And family, we don't have enough years to cultivate our river rocks into diamonds unless we are up on our health.
Right.
So many special acknowledgement to Baraka's sister Salima. I loved her. She was beautiful. Special acknowledgement to MZ, Baraka's father. but a lot of our folks in the community are leaving prematurely.
That is a
And,
fact.
and it's like it's hush hush. It's
Yeah.
it's hush hush. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
That's
You
a
know,
fact. Yep.
and folks are smoking out of here prematurely.
Yes, they are. And we talk about in their 30s, they out of here.
Exactly. So we got to get into. Listen, I'm gonna put it up again. Look into the testimonies, a special acknowledgement to Professor Haru to get rid of the cooties, the parasites. And I thank you, Kafunya, for making that link. And Y power, after you get rid of the parasites, that's to regenerate. Because outside of our community, there's something called biohacking. White folks want to live a long time. I can't blame them.
Right, right.
You know, but we're so stuck on being cross-eyed with hating to love.
Yep.
And loving to hate.
Yes.
And what it does, it bends and twists our cellular function. And if you look at somebody who's a chronic hater, they start looking like a bent up ball of paper. Yep. I mean, and it don't matter the hue, it's what they do. But we got a lot of broken-hearted, wounded souls in the so-called woke community. And I want to thank Brother Rich, 363 Empire, for trying to provide ministry of information. And I want to thank, the gatekeepers who try to uplift humanity. Special acknowledgement to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He didn't show him carrying a man on his shoulders in the front of the book. He shows a woman that looked like she was half dead, sister, half dead, saying we got to uplift humanity. And right now, a lot of our sisters are, as you said, half dead or zombies.
Yes.
By miseducation and failure from their mothers, going back into the civil rights era.
Yeah, literally.
This is the real truth.
Yeah, going all the way back there.
And now they mad at Trump because he said, we divorcing. So the government is now divorcing black women, and 300,000 corporate women, black women, have lost their jobs. And they're like, what are we going to do now? The government has divorced us.
Yep. That was your husband. That's who you wanted. That's what you get.
That's facts.
That's who you wanted. That's what you get. I don't feel sorry for them. You cannot move the way that they are moving and expect a positive result.
No, you can't.
Oh, you got Logi ready to come on. Logi, I'm going to send you the link.
You can't do it. That's not how this works. The black man is here to protect us. He is here to support us, and we have to do the same. We have to come underneath their tutelage and follow, because men, they have the gift that they were given to protect, provide, and lead, and we have to follow it. And we have to make sure that we're taking care of them. We are the nurturer. It is in our DNA to nurture. Okay, so we're supposed to make sure everyone is healthy, everyone has what they need spiritually and physically. You worried about going out to the clubs and worry about them vitamins. Everyone, I get my vitamins and my minerals. We just found out, Brother Islam. I couldn't believe the name evaded me. And guess what? Brother Islam got his own stuff. Guess what? We on it because now that's black economics. I don't got to buy the thing from Amazon no more because we could get it from him.
Right. And we had him at Nicholas Brooklyn as well. He's a beautiful wife. I mean, we can do the darn thing. We got the template for it.
Right.
It's just that, like you said, we've been programmed with a virus that we think that some people think is better than our own physical vibration, that the most touching base and being in nature. All you have to do is look at nature.
Yes. That's how we learned everything. That's what we did.
That's what you have to
do. I'm sorry, Kafunya, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm seeing younger women are starting to say, this sister war got to break. This paradigm of men hating single women sisterhood is breaking, cracking up, and it's the younger women that's doing it.
Yeah. Because you know why? They don't want to come under the leadership. They don't want to do what it has to be done to be chosen. A man has to pick you. You have to be worthy of being his wife and carrying his seed. You just think you're going to show up because you got fake nails on and this stupid behind weave and think that's the end. No, it's not. What value do you bring? We don't call the stepchildren, but my husband has a daughter. That's my daughter. Guess who do ABCs and her work when she come here? I don't care what the school did. She coming here this weekend in our house. Guess what we about to do? We about to do them ABCs, teach you how to go over your words. I am the mother of the family. That's what I do.
And the mother is the foundation of every government.
Yes.
We govern, but we also have our leadership with our partners.
Yes.
Partners, our husbands, whatever, like you said, whatever that dynamic is.
Yes, that's what we're supposed to foster. It's not complicated. We have autonomy with what the feminine principles also have autonomy over, which is what? The children and the well-being of the family. That's what our lane is. That's it.
Time's getting tough. Gold is up past $4,000. The dollar's dying. And unless we go into our support system, you know, we gotta get ready, because the strong independent, we gotta literally network family. We gotta create family network.
We do.
And if you don't, we have to have a frequency family. And this is the reason for this conversation, family, is dealing with shit. Is Carl Jung, various philosophers over time said we got to do the shadow work.
We do.
It isn't all peaches and cream.
Nope.
And
not at all.
Not at all.
No, we gotta stop buying them lashes. Pay for that gym membership.
Find out why you hate men. Who did you learn it from?
Yes. Who did you
going back to? Yeah. Who did you learn to hate men?
Oh, we don't. They'll say they don't hate. I say yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because you know how I know you hate them. You don't want to give them anything that they want. You refuse to give them what they need. And what do they want? What do Black men need? Cooperation, love, food, and sex.
Mind.
Real simple. These are not complicated things. We the ones who need to be happy. Oh, I need this. Now I need a new. I got 10 fur coats. Now because I need them in every color. My husband don't need all that. Men don't need it. That's what we do. They are simple to get along with. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. See, people think doing this means it's easy. Nobody said it's easy.
It's not.
Nobody said that. But we have to be willing to commit to the end for the sake of the lineage of the family, that it is proper, that it goes on. We can't be doing this because they want to go sleep with somebody else when you know that's what they do. Nobody said just let them do whatever they want, go out and have sex every 2 seconds and nobody said do it. We're talking about when they get the little urge, that's what they go do. You know that's what they go do. Honey, make sure you safe, make sure you good, you got everything you need. I love you, see you when you get back. That's how it goes down in my house. Now, do we have schisms and issues? Because certain things being realistic, you have to go through it to know what's going to piss you off and what isn't. And then you may need to renegotiate something. But you got to go through it first. Like when we was doing this, I didn't realize till it happened. He can't go out the week of my birthday on my anniversary. Now, I didn't know that till my birthday came and we was married and our anniversary came. Like, you know what? This ain't working for me. My feelings was hurt. Like, really? We got anniversary, dude. You couldn't. Well, I didn't know it was going to get you that mad because our anniversary was yesterday. So, see, okay, I have to understand his thinking. Nobody said I can agree with it, but I got to understand his thinking. Anniversary is one day. It's not a week. Well, honey, I need a week. Okay, honey, I'm going to give you the week. The anniversary of your birthday, I'll make sure I don't do anything. You see how simple that was? Now, there's a struggle and a fight because, man, when y'all want to do what y'all want to do, you want to do it. But it's where your feminine nature comes into play. How wonderful you are, how you treat them. Now, you know what? I really got to give this to my wife. She ain't really asking a lot. I could do that. That's when your virtuosity comes out. Now, if I was one of them get back hoes, every time he did something, I go talk to 8 niggas, I go cheat on him. Oh, we would have been on First 48 Bronx edition up in here. That's how that would have went. But that's not what I want. Because I always tell women, you cannot move like a man sexually and and think you're going to get treated like a queen virtuously. That's not how this works.
Nope.
You have to stay in your feminine nature. Hello.
Peace, my sister.
Yeah. And it's just like the lady who slept, this white woman who slept with 1,000 men.
Oh, God.
In a day.
Oh,
day.
Yes.
And that's supposed to be all right.
Right. That's supposed to be okay.
Okay. Dr. Angela, this is Babalaji.
Hi.
And he comes with so much fire, but he's basically saying the same thing you're saying. And that's why we appreciate you being here, and you're welcome to come back on another show. And I thank also Kafunya for being here and the listening audience for not to get emotional,
right,
but to have critical analysis.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching, the audience, some folks got all emotional, but we playing checkers in a world that's playing chess.
Yeah.
Hank, can I say something?
Yes.
The floor is yours.
May God bless you 150 million times. I wrote such scathing stuff that my admin said, I don't know, Lodge, if you want to put that out there, because I'm just getting hip to the technology. And I'd like to say something that a brother should look for in a sister, and a sister should look to give in a relationship, especially if you got $1 million. If you got $1 million, I wrote this down today. You should have the skills of a nanny. The skills.
Literally, yes.
Yeah, the skills of a
Correct.
chef. A certificate from Andrew Carnegie Institution, so we know that you know how to act on how to make friends and influence people. A certificate in Tantra, so you know what you're doing. Can help increase your mate's money, especially if he's a millionaire, 10% yearly minimum. It's not that hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
She must be faithful, loyal, and devoted. She must be free from argumentation, negative criticism, feminism, and disrespect. She must have a consistent, pleasing personality. She must be courteous, confident, classy, and beautiful. And beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. But if we don't, what's jumping off here? We don't see that they putting the old game on us. They paid our women to say, kick the man out, we're going to give you money. And the women went for it. Men, this is what I'm saying about the brothers. Y'all are allowing this foolishness. Y'all allowing it. And for what reason? For sex? And then you don't know how to have sex as it is. You didn't learn Tantra. You didn't learn the dive human sexuality. You don't even know that your woman could go to the ninth orgasmic level. And what about creating powerful kids? I mean, there's 60 years. Our sisters haven't learned how to create a man that's so powerful that they'll never have to talk about how bad we are, which is a lie. How bad we are. White men are the number one millionaires in America. Mm-hmm. But black men are number 2. See, nobody they think with Chinese, the Indians, is that no. All these things we've been hearing, that how bad we are, how this, how that, we've been making ourselves better. Mm-hmm. We need to understand they're trying to destroy us. This is the plan. We need to get together and create powerful children, men and women, that they can take down. And this is where we're losing it. We're buying into their game. And it's not like they want us. They want everybody. But they figure we can take these Negroes down first, we can get everybody. And that's what they're doing.
We got to learn how to play Monopoly together. Mm-hmm. There's a beautiful mansion on Stuyvesant Avenue in Bed-Stuy that city's taken for tax lien. And I mean, it's a big space. It's bigger than Nicholas Bookstore. But imagine if we could put our collective economics together, pull out the tax lien, and then use it as a community base, because we don't have any. We got very little property here in New York City because of self-hate and distrust.
How much is that tax lien?
I don't know. I'll send you the link.
Cool.
Now, and it's a huge mansion.
Oh, wow.
On the flip side, they got a lot of mansions down here. A lot. And they going.
This one is like going back into the 1800s in its style. It's beautiful.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you that link now, Laji.
Okay, cool. Because I was just looking at one. It'd be perfect for what I'm trying to do. People come take classes inside that house. We can do the theater ceremonies without them having to go to hotel and all like that. I could just put them up. It was the perfect place I saw.
That's wonderful.
We're just going to see how that goes. But We need to begin to build a family back. Build a family back strong. We already strong. Look, if we wasn't strong, we wouldn't dominate in every single solitary sport we enter into. Truth be told, let me not get into the money aspect.
And not even sports,
Right.
medicine, lawyers, geoengineers.
If we don't build the family, we're done. They got us. They got us completely done. And even if you build a family, you got to watch out for this like maze, or not maze, this conditioning that they're putting over our family. It's like, so the women are teaching the other women to hate men. And they're telling this story that the men is not this, the men is not that. Just like you said, hatred of men. My sister, may God bless you 150 million times. I'm telling you, you need to get out there with that. I know when I get out there, they're going to hate on me. I said, you know what, maybe my wife said, if you put them videos out, I'm going to have to leave the state.
But that's sad, though, that we cannot correct these women with the truth, and this what ends up being the result all the time.
Yeah.
That is a tragedy. That doing the right thing is a problem.
You know, one of the things that really is like, I'm kind of wondering, at what point did they stop men from being polygamous when everybody in all the scriptures around the world, all the men in all the scriptures around the world are polygamous? The people.
Yeah, but Logic, you can't have a broke man talking about, and there's a lot of broke men, economically broken, and they want to like say, "Oh, I got 3 wives," but they don't have a house to
and it shouldn't be
provide.
But you can train your son from 16 to 24 to be a millionaire. That's 8 years.
Yeah.
He has to be trained. There's a science to this. This is not a mystery.
Right.
It's a science. And 8 years is plenty of time. You know, it is in fact the amount of time. You'll make more than $1 million before that 8 years is up. But once you get 8 years of being in the game of earning and saving your money, you'll have the wisdom to hold on to it.
Okay.
And you know, you go somewhere else where that is good, where you can have, it's not about sex. It's about creating powerful families.
Yeah, we were born to create. We were born to create. We were born to create.
I was in Dubai and I saw this guy coming out of this building. He had 4 wives with him. But they was going to a Rolls Royce.
Right.
And they got just all kind of money. Imagine if he had 4 children by each one of those wives. With those 4 wives and them 16 children, 20 years later, can you imagine how much money is in that family?
Mm-hmm.
If you have the wisdom to keep the whole family together, how much power is in that family? And that's what they wanted to break up with us. To break up a family because a man had sex with another woman, that is
insane.
Yeah.
That is insane. No, seriously. That is insane.
And it's a game against us. It's not a game for us. Them guys got more money. We can make that money. It ain't no great. It's not shoot. I was a millionaire before I was 20. The deal is we can do this.
Right.
And we need to do it.
Well, look what you gone through. Look at the things you went through.
And
tell you know what you want to share with Dr. Angela as far as Black American women.
I'm here dealing with them. But see, I'm going to tell you what a sister told me. She said, Lauji, you know, because as soon as you start arguing, as soon as you mess up, I tell a girl, at the 3rd argument, our relationship is done. So, but I got arranged marriage, and I've been with my wife for 36 years.
Oh,
beautiful. Yeah, it's been very difficult. But it seems like she's just turning around the corner now. She just turned around the corner after 36 years. And I'm somebody, you know, I had my mother and father there, but my father had another family. He didn't leave us. He didn't kick us to the curb.
Right.
He had an agreement, and his wife made the agreement with my mother. You got to take care of them kids.
Correct.
All right.
He did. That's what he did. You know, they had their family. We had our family.
Correct.
We didn't even mix, but that was 7 of us.
Wow.
And he took on a child that my mother had. Look, here's the thing. Relationships have been science now. That you get look at your relationship, he'll tell you if that relationship is going to work at a 98% rate. The key to a relationship is there got to be a friendship. There needs to be anything There needs to be many things that they got in common, and there has to be a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is in plaque. If that is the foundation of relationship, they'll go through hell and high water, and they will stay together and be heroes at the end.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I had a situation with who I was with a man, and I had, children from him, and he decided that he wanted to do something else. And this woman, I knew the woman, she would come to my events and everything like that. And I didn't know that she was eyeing him all along. Now, what I didn't like about her is that if you know that I have children with this man and you're not encouraging him to support his children, there's something the matter with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would advocate for, you could go ahead and do what you need to do, but you have to take care of your youth first.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be starting another family and sister, I went through some shit.
I could imagine.
You know what I mean? And to this day, even my own youth would say, you really effed up.
Mm-hmm.
To the woman, because they knew her.
Correct.
And they gave it to her and say, yo, man, what you're doing is wrong because, well, not out of order, because you should be encouraging my dad to be supporting us and not just looking out for what you can get from him, because that's what it was about.
I made a mistake.
That's real talk. You hear?
I know it is. I made a mistake getting involved with a married woman, and she had a child. The brother was going to leave her, and he said, I'm going to leave her, y'all could get together. But then that didn't happen. When she had the child, he came to me and we said, what we going to do? We need to get together because of the knowledge that we have.
Wait. Who'd you have who had the child? Was that child from you?
Yeah, child was from me.
Oh, okay.
And he said, look, we need to get together and make sure this child is high powered. We don't need to be arguing, and we got so much in common. We don't dislike each other. We really are friends. He said to me, I'm going with this girl. Do you know the story, Hank? And I'm leaving. And if she loves you, you want to get that, you got my blessings. Boom, y'all could do that. And he said to me later on, he said, the community is watching us, because everybody knew me, everybody knew him. And I said, so let's do the most powerful thing we could do. Raise her in the most powerful way. This child, if she was to come to your house and stay in one of your rooms, you'd think she's burning some kind of incense. She was a virgin. She was raised spiritually. She was raised in the ashram, The effluvia that was coming out of her sanctified the room. Then I go to do her sweet 16 birthday, me and him, and at the National Black Theater. My boy Nabi, he says, Lauji, my hero. And I'm like, huh? Why do I deserve that? He said, we all criticize y'all when y'all did what y'all did. But we watched what y'all did together. For the product. And we never thought that we would also be in that situation.
Wow.
But because of what y'all did, we knew how to handle it.
Well, it comes down to, again, if you're going to talk about, the family collective, it's real estate.
What do you mean?
Look at this. Help protect.
This place you're talking about?
Yep, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, wow.
The mansion at 375 Stuyvesant Avenue, once home to the trailblazing OBGYN, Dr. Josephine English, is facing a tax lien sale.
What?
This puts the historic landmark and community space at risk of commercial takeover.
I'd like to know how much that lien is. Did you send it to me already?
Yep.
Because JD was saying, get a tax lien. You already sent it to me, huh?
Yep.
That's crazy.
You didn't put on how much that lien is.
You got to go on the link, bro.
I'm on the link now.
That's
I ain't
crazy. Wow.
But it's not saying.
And I'm talking about, this is a historic, beautiful. It
looks gorgeous.
Events. I was like, man, I wish that they could have a Nicholas Bookstore could buy that spot because
Right.
they're getting ready to tear down Restoration next year. Not next year, 2027. The
Oh,
whole city block of Restoration Plaza is going under what they call it.
They're doing like reconstruction on it, like redoing it.
Tearing it down and building modern apartments and
Oh.
So the tax lien is this Saturday, huh? And I still don't see how much it is. I see 4.
Or you may have to call. Sometimes they don't put that information out. You got to call.
yeah, thanks. That's it. Stu 89. Gentrification of Restoration Plaza.
You heard
Fulton Street between Brooklyn and New York Avenue is going to be literally erased, and they're going to build. They're not going to build pro community stuff.
No, you know that, right?
Black.
So while if this was going on when the Europeans came over to this country, no wonder why they were able to spread so quickly.
Absolutely
from
right.
east to west, because we were so busy self-hating and tribal fighting, and it's no wonder.
Yeah, it was no wonder at all. It doesn't. That's not. We were just. I know people get mad when you say you allowed it. I just think we made certain mistakes that they didn't know was going to cost us the war.
Hank, look what you're doing now. You've created so much love in your little apartment. All that got to be done is spread around just through the theogens that you've done, the things that this could be a mass movement because people want that. People want that. We got the cards and the membership into the Native organization, so they can't come at us. The things that I got, man, and people were so them kids was sad when I left Jersey. 15 of them came to my study group this Sunday, because I told one, I said, tell the crew to come back. 15 kids came to the thing, and they were all young. All we got to do is what our leaders gave us the example to do before. We know what Booker T. Washington did, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad did, and many others. We were born in the time of these great men. We know what to do. We've seen it. All we got to do is spread it, and just I think we're being lazy is what it is. I'm up doing this program I told you that I was doing before. Yeah. I'm up this time of night. I was kind of watching because she told me about you, Sister Angela. Dr. Angela. He told me about you, so I came back on.
Oh, okay.
So I was fixing up the website, and I finally I was doing stuff by myself. Hank, you would have been, well, you got it.
Special acknowledgement to Shahrazad Ali. Special acknowledgement to King Simon. I wasn't there Saturday. Special acknowledgement, Kofunya. Where did you go, Kofunya? She ran off. But
this is why I'm starting a school.
It's on Sunday. Was it on Sunday?
I have my team. Yeah, it was Sunday. I was there. Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, you were there, Uncle Hank. Was there on
I thought she was there Saturday. You was there Saturday too?
Saturday. I was there Sunday.
Right, Sunday.
Yeah, but this is why I'm starting my own school. We're not Dr. Umar. Well, I don't even call him doctor anymore. We're not Mr. Umar. But we're waiting for the tax exempt because legally you're not supposed to take any money until you have that tax exempt status, where it's a school for our children where they're going to learn these principles. We're doing home economics. You're going to learn the African truth. We can't take any government money because even if you take pencils, they get to tell you what to do. We're going to start with 6th grade. And we're going to be doing some really awesome things. They will have classes that are separate because boys do not learn like girls. So boys will have a separate, they will not have gym with the girls at all. They can't handle that. No gym with the girls. They will have music. Their electives will be with the girls, not gym, and most of their electives. Boys will come in. They have gym first. We can't know all this knowledge and then not implement it. If we know boys need more physical activity, why aren't we doing that in school? You know what boys need. We're going to do 40-minute breaks. We're going to make sure they have 40-minute classes with 15-minute breaks in between for the males, because we already know biologically men have more testosterone. They need more physical activity during the day.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. That was what we used to do in military. But you can only keep a person's attention
look how it works.
for 40 minutes. Yep.
See? You can't go more than 40 minutes, and we know that. So we're going to start the school. I have my team together, and we're ready to go. So I told King Simon about it because we want to have a charity ball, a nice black tie affair, because we want to use the subscription base, meaning if you can only give $5 a month, we will take your $5 a month. We go after the big dogs too, but we want to get what we can so we can really work with these children. They will have a food program where it will be healthy. They will not be eating junk food at my school. They can't bring it in my school. Girls cannot wear weaves in my school. We're not doing none of that because we have to go back to what works and really start loving ourselves and teaching these kids to love themselves and want to build families. We are not. We don't do no feminism. The boys are going to be taught to want to be a husband. Girls are going to want to be wives. You don't want your kid to learn it? Don't bring them to my school because I can't compromise that because that's the biggest decision people will make who they're going to marry. All the other stuff sits on top of that. What you do with that relationship is pivotal for your life. So we got to make sure our kids are equipped. So that's why the more people we know, the better this dream will work because this feminism stuff got to go. It is
satanic.
And meditation.
Literally, it's satanic. No, literally.
We gotta have the meditation and the sound.
Yes. Right. They have to. They have to. What they're battling against in this goddamn phone?
Oh
my God. Parents have no clue. And they just hand them these gadgets, handing them iPads with no parental supervision. The kids are dumb. What do I mean by dumb? See, we have lowered the bar on what intelligence really is. So we will say the stupidest thing is intelligence when it is not. These kids cannot do algebra 2. That is basic math. Non-basic math starts at pre-calculus. These kids cannot do algebra 1 or 2 or regular geometry.
And if
high school is a joke at this point.
It's not, and that was intentional. Rockefeller said, we don't want to teach them anything except working on a factory floor. Just teach them the basics.
No, literally, do you understand? I had to sneak in high school to do what I wanted to do. You literally have to sneak in the curriculum. What they want you to do is put these kids on a computer and they think that is engineering and technology, and it is not. So they really are dumbing the children down. They get to use calculators in the 5th grade now. You can pass with a 55. I don't know what doctor, what person you were. When I mean a 55, I'm not lying to you. I'm talking about a real 55. They can get all 55s in every class and graduate. That is diabolical. And the kids don't care because they don't want to go to medical school. They don't want to go to MIT. So they don't really care about, they don't care about the grade. When they polled our children, guess what the number 2 answers of what they wanted to do?
Basketball and rapping.
Worse. It was weed farms and the girls want to do everything cosmetic. Those were the number 2 answers. Now, I'm not against cosmetology. I'm not against weed farms, but I'm against it being imbalanced. We can't have every boy wanting to have a weed farm and all the girls want to do lashes. Where are our doctors at? We need lawyers, we need judges, we need engineers, we need plumbers. Where are they at if everybody want to just do lashes and cosmetics and no intelligence? I have a problem that there's no balance.
The best place to begin teaching the child, I just finished this program, the Womb Empowerment Program, In the Womb. I did this with my children.
So if we dealing with the womb, then we definitely fucked.
Why?
Because the women who having these kids do not care.
Oh, yeah. It's not.
So it's like a small group of us got to get together and then rock out because the zombie virus got 80% of them. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
There's serious collateral damage for the times we're in.
Like my school, and I tell my people, do you let anybody know? Anybody cannot just come to my school. You will be interviewed. Your family's going to be interviewed. This is not a joke. I'm not for the ghetto ratchet. I don't care. Let me get a 30-inch bust down weave and all this stuff. I'm not interested in saving you or your demon seeds. See, people think, the children, no. The sins of the father fall on the children. I don't know what to tell you. That's how it works. I'm not trying to save Sexy Red and her children. You don't want to be saved. I don't care. Let me get the families who know what it is. They just may not have the resources to do it. Come on down. I want to help those who want help. I don't want to help people who don't want help. I have no desire. That's not how I operate.
So I want to thank you, Dr. Angela, for being on. You're welcome to come back again. I want to thank Laji for being on Kafunya. I want to thank again King Simon and Monique at Nicholas Bookstore because I'm glad I came there Sunday because you got me out of my chair. I was like, we got to have you on the show.
Can I get your number, Dr. Angela?
Huh?
Can I get your number?
Yes.
Yeah, let's get her contact information. I'm gonna just stay on the line. I just want to close out this show.
Okay.
Hang on.
Yes. Do we want to answer any questions in the chat though?
No, I'm ready to bring it down. This is 2 hours.
It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock, and I'm done. Family.
I'll respond to them in text.
Oh, okay, good.
I'll go on the chat and respond.
Okay.
Like and subscribe to, this is the group, I Am Magic. And thank you, Nicholas Bookstore.
Oh, it's similar.
Yes, thank you, Nicholas Bookstore.
Yeah, this was dynamite. Thank you, my sister.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you. I love y'all. Thank you.
I was working on something, and I heard what you were saying. Hank said, "Come on!" I had to come meet the sister.
Yeah, because when sisters start telling you, "Hey, y'all, we got to straighten up," that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Because before the sisters were holding the line, well, the sisters, they were holding their lips tight. They wouldn't. They were like, "Oh, we sisters,"
Correct.
And it's like, wow, look at this. They're gonna go down with the ship. So, with that being said, I'm gonna close out with this note. Family, like and subscribe.